All right, so we have a question here today, which is how do I close premium clients without sounding desperate? So I'm Aaron, this is Tom. Between us, we've run multiple agencies, hired and fired hundreds of employees, and dealt with hundreds, if not more than that, clients. And usually we get paid to answer these things on consultation calls, but we are bringing it to you here on video because it's just easier for us to answer it once and then send this to all those clients. So Tom, how do I close premium clients without sounding desperate?
When I hear the question, I feel like better question is like, how do I stop sounding desperate?
Well,
Like,
yeah,
in general, right?
Answer that one. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, man. But look, you're only desperate if you really need the cash or you think you don't deserve it with your offer. I mean, that's just my take on it. Because, closing a broke client, closing a premium client, it's the same amount of work, if not more, for the broke one. Because the broke one will typically give you stuff like, oh, I need to think about it, which just means I can't really afford it. I don't think you're that valuable. Or let me shop around. That's like, to me, what it sounds. I've been in sales too long. I'm a little jaded.
I want 3 client references written and notarized and sent. Yeah.
I actually had one like that, I think like a month ago. I was like, here's the website. Enjoy it. Like, I have to, go away. But, clients can't smell desperation, though. I've seen it on sales calls.
And this is at an emotional level, right? Like
this is more, emotional.
Yeah.
Like sometimes you're just not. Okay, so in the sales world, we had this thing, right? Like you had to just hit enough doors, like knock on enough doors. Because I was in door-to-door sales before, initially, which sucks way more than on the phone. Because you would actually, like I was in New York, like people would smack you with the door sometimes. I want you to come in. Like it was, more. But like once you just hit enough doors and talk to enough people, like you stop caring. And not caring about them, like you just stop caring about that you're selling. Like, and what the outcome's going to be. Because you start seeing like it's a bit of a numbers game. And your skill set game. Like you just need to be better and the numbers will go up. But it's in the end, it's still a numbers game, just based on how good you are.
So I believe the term for that is outcome independence, right?
Yeah.
That's what they like to talk about. Yeah.
So I think like a lot of salespeople are sounding desperate because they just haven't done it enough also.
Or they don't have enough opportunities to sell. I'm thinking especially like service providers, right?
Yeah. Could be not enough leads.
Yes.
But this is why being in the sales industry is nice because there's always doors to knock on. Or we would do cold calls. There's always the next number, right? Like it's not like now a lot of us do inbound, but if you start off with outbound, you can get to 1,000 really quick.
You don't really need anyone's permission to pitch someone.
Yeah. The one thing I will say, it's a slight different thing, but with premium clients, the ones that say yes too soon, and you feel it after a while because you've done sales, like when someone's supposed to say yes. If they do it too quickly, they will typically leave you just as fast. Like
that is correct. Yeah.
They're like a switcher, let me try this, let me try that. Like they can afford it.
Yeah.
But I would just say, like, if you hear the yes a little too quick, just know that they will,
it's
probably,
a little sus.
Yeah. What's your take on this?
What you said about outcome independence, I think that's a nice mechanical way to think about it, which is at the end of the day, you just have to knock on a lot of doors, get a lot of leads. And if you have a lot of leads, typically you're less desperate because you know that if one doesn't work out, the next one probably will. Right? There's that. The other thing is the actual real way to overcome this is to have an abundance mindset, which means more clients than you have time to service and more leads than you have time to talk to. Right? And there's no real way to do that without actually having just done it. It's sort of like a fake it till you make it kind of situation. All right. And when you're faking it to make it, a real simple thing you can do is just ask what your best competitor would charge them or would say to them, and then adopt the same attitude. Pick your competitor who you think doesn't have this issue, who's not desperate for clients, who has premium clients, and what would they say? What would they do? And then do the same thing.
There's this one thing we used to do. So when you start a business, you can call your competitors and go through their sales process, and then you will know exactly what they are saying and their pricing and everything. And then you can just kind of do a split test with your offer to your clients. Like you just, you can, now it's super easy because you can get AI to not only record the script, but summarize it, transcript it, and create your own script based on be like, okay, here's my 5 competitors, create a script that's going to work for my offer based on this. It's so much simpler. We used to have to think a lot back in the days, but that's one way. All right. I think that's it for this one. Until next time.
Yep. Hit subscribe.